Hi, Spiegelman here, and welcome to my first Infinite Magic Raids Guild Edition video. I decided to make this video because Incornate asked to make little video clips about the Guild Arena, but since today Guild Arena is in display phase because it's already done. Good job for all the flags, by the way. Really nice, really nice. Because I was on a holiday, I decided to make this video clip, video about Arena. And this is not what you should do. It's more about my thoughts about my team and what fits for me. And I hope that it brings up some discussion from which I can learn as well. And it's my view, and I hope that I can give you just maybe some other insights or like viewpoints about what Arena could do. Maybe it's what we say gesneden koek. It's just already known for you, but I know that there's plenty of people who like just some things about this. Also, if you have specific questions, just put them in the thread. I can or answer them by chat, or other people can answer them by chat. And also, if I over-explain or under-explain some things, put it down, because like I said, it's my first video, so everything new is difficult. So let's start. And in this case, because I cannot do the Guild Arena, I will just do my normal arena. And for this, I can use the advanced arena, but what I do is I just use my classic arena and show you the 3 teams that I have. Or I can show that here and use them in later on. I will just do a fast one here, and then I go to the specific individual teams and how they work. Let's see if there is any opponents. This one has a space, not really anything else that's dangerous. And because this space, I can counter it with my Lydia. Okay. I will not explain a lot about this, just like you will see, and then we take the individual ones. Okay. In this case, it's really not a difficult team, so no need for any explanation. Let's see. Is there any other one? This. No, that's not good. Still, I think frozen. Yeah, frozen state is still there. Thank you. almost. This takes a little bit of time. She will die because of the health burn. Just to be sure. Okay. Because of this big guy here. Throw them again. This takes forever. And my last team. This will be fast one. Okay. Just a demonstration of the teams in Arena, in Adventure Arena, or in Guild Arena. It's the same. It's 3 versus 3. And the first team that it's already in the lineup, which is here, is this team. And this team, basically, what happens is my popper E3, I'm a lucky one, is really fast. It will act first. My Ascindo, also fast, act second. Right after that, popper gets an extra turn. My Catherine is just there to help remove any CCs, which most of the time is not happening. She is just there as a security measure. What I sometimes do when I really do a 1v1, so like in the classic arena, I even change her for, what's her name, Lydia, to act really, really fast. Then you have like this crazy speed team. Besiden, he is here to boost the attack and damage of my Margarita, and Margarita acts like extra turn because of the exclusive 3 from Besiden with the attack. So I will just do it slowly now for this team. It's a really easy team, but yeah, like I said, there is no Guild Arena, so I cannot pick like a decent opponent. So in this case, let's look to the individual characters. Like a really, really fast popper. He also get a 30% turn meter increase, so his effective speed is around 3000. Really fast. For my level, of course, because I'm not that big of a whale. Also fast Ascindo, and you see what happens. In this case, I know there's no speed up, no nothing, and I can see that my Ascind acts before all of them. So in this case, what I do is I will not use the fourth attack. The fourth attack, what it do is it gives also 12% per attack turn meter decrease, but it's not needed at the moment because I know Ascindo is before the rest. And if after Ascindo, my popper gets an extra turn. So what I do is I use my second attack. And this second attack, it gives an effect resistance down on all of them. My Ascindo is also faster, so I can now do a multiple silence, and because of the effect resistance down on all of them, it gets like almost is, she has 70% normal effect hit, plus the basically 60% that you get from the effect resistance down. It's not the same, but they get a lower effect resistance, which can go into the negative here. Oh, yeah. Minus 30, minus 40, minus 8, minus 40, minus 30, combined with my 80% effect hit. It's like almost a success. And if not, if one of them is not affected, you can also always choose to put this one on. Oh, and also they have like an extra percentage, of course. There's like 70% chance to afflict silence, 75% chance to afflict silence already as a base. So they're almost always silenced. Now I can just use my first one, and I pick the one with the highest turn meter. And now I will not use this one because they already have effect resistance down. I use my ultimate, also because they put tenacity and defense 2 down, and because of the effect resistance there's like a bigger chance to land. I only use them the other way around if I really need that turn meter to go down. So if there is somebody with a speed in between or before my Ascindo, so if the speed is faster than my 2200 speed Ascindo, even though Ascindo has a 24% turn meter, and that's also needed to be in account for the enemy. So in this case it's easy. I also, when there is like a more difficult composition, what I do is I will not use my defensive skills from Catherine. She is there just to remove any debuffs in her turn. It's not needed now because my other two members are too fast. And if I fail to kill them all, you will see what will happen. She will act like as a defensive line, like an extra defensive line. So what I do is just this one, I put them on this, no problem. Now my Poseidon gives an extra turn and a lot of extra attack and damage to my Margarita, and Margarita together with the tenacity down, now you see a lot of damage. And even I've seen damage output depending on the stats and the damage of this of my enemy for like 8-9k, 9,000k damage. She can deal that much. The only problem if there is an Brunhilde here, because the defense is so high, even with the defense down, most of the time she will not get a lot of damage. She will, even if she gets to 20-30% of her health, what she does is she does this counter attack to all my opponents, heal with it, and the rest of the team they are not damaging my this Brunhilde enough to really actually do something. What I can do is, if there is decently geared Brunhilde, is lock her from getting any turn, because the basic attacks of all these guys, no, not all these guys, but Popper, even Poseidon, if I'm correct, and Ascindo, will remove the turn meter so much of Brunhilde that Brunhilde will not get a turn, and then I hope that my team is not killed because I can like use Catherine's defensive and healing abilities to keep my team up, and then in the second time I hope to kill this Brunhilde. But with a good geared Brunhilde, this team will not work. Okay, my other team. So let's pick this one. My other team, it can be used even against a pretty fast Ascindo. It's the one with Lydia. And then Ben Austin, Brister, oh, Santa. And what I do wrong now is my order. Santa needs to be first because his basic attack puts the resistance down debuff on the enemy attacks. And with the special attack from Ben Austin, the number 4, all of them get an attack, but they go from this, from the first. In this case, he will not attack, so Rister, and then the rest. So what I want to do is I want him to be first, put the resistance down, then I will put her down. Why Lydia? Because if I kill an enemy, I want the enemy to be at least dealt damage to by Lydia, because her attacks not only drain the turn meter, it gives her also turn meter. So I want the opponent to survive the attacks of her, and then you get the Brister, and if Brister kills, she already gained 30% turn meter. So the turn order, or like the order in which they are put in the arena team, is really important in this case. This to put effect resistance down, then Lydia for turn meter drain. It can also be the other way around even. And then there's 2 options. First, the one that I use now, it's with Quinlan, because of the permafreeze effect. If he is first, Santa can extend the duration of the freezes by 1 turn, so actually there are 2 turns frozen. Sometimes I don't use Quinlan, I use my Nidrold just to deal extra damage if I don't want a slow team, because this is a really slow team. Okay, so in basic attack, I want her to be right. Yes, and right away I can do that again. And in this case, I will see that my Ben Austin is faster as well, so I can do this, do the turn meter, steal from Ben Austin, try to freeze them. It's a bit of a pity that my Quinlan is not first. I also can, like in this case, because he is almost there and his turns, I can try to freeze them first and hope that Nicholas can do an extra one attack before any of them have acts and remove the freeze. In this case, I give them all speed up. Come on. And shields. I try to freeze them. No, only 2 of them frozen. Bit of pity. In this case, you see, if Nidrold was there, he would be the highest, with the highest attack power, and he will act. In this case, it will be my Lydia. And let's see who I want to remove. Speed off. Let's see. And you see how many turns already. And killed. And again. Well, in this case, no, all of them frozen. Because my Lydia gets so many attacks, her attack up to fall off, and actually my wrist is fasting, which is also not a big problem because he can stun. So it's a nice extra. Let's see. And now even Asindo is faster. But like I said, in this part of the game, I already won. So this is a more slow setup and use the turn meter steal from Ben as well as the many basic attacks of my Lydia to basically give the enemy no turn, together with freeze, two freeze characters, Quinlan and Senna. What I want you to show you is a little bit of a secret. I didn't see this in any video or any commentary, but, and this is especially useful if you use Lydia in a non-exclusive state, because in a non-exclusive state, what you only wanted to use her for is her turn meter drain. And in my case, I want to act as much as possible. So for me, she just has a speed artifact. I want her to be speedy. And also, like 6-star boots, I don't give her this speed gear because what I want is I want this crit rate really high. And her crit rate at the moment is 90 plus. But, and here comes my little secret, I use the pristine attack aura. It's a rare one, so it's easy to get to level 10. And my basic attacks, and I only use her in PvP for the basic attacks. This is not the PvP content if you have her exclusive, like whatever, because she can also decrease the skill cooldown. So together with what is this name? This shieldy. Sorry. From Nordek. You can use her to really make all your opponents damage immune all the time. Together with this other hero, I forgot her name. So then she gets another role. But in this case, in my specific case, for PvP, what I gave her is just the simple pristine attack aura. 90% more crit rate. Now, that means that I can even shave off a little bit of the crit from the stats and focus a bit more on attack. But the thing is that she already, in this composition, she has the most attack by 2000 points or so. If her attack up falls off, she never can compete because, like, let's see, my Quinlan. My Quinlan has 30,000 attack. If he gets 20% boost, it's 6,000. I can manage that. I think that I can get her this 800. For example, by changing my artifact, I can do that. But the thing is that Brister gives attack up to 40%. So this 40%, I need to give another 6,000 points of attack. And I, with my gear, like I said, I'm not a whale. Look at the gear from basically rares to get 5 or 6 stars. A lot of 6-star rare gear obtainable by most people. So no crazy shit like gear. Of course, I have some legendary gear. Uh, this one's 6 stars. I'm happy. I think that this one I got from the like a reward chest or so. Basically for the crit rate. So, pristine attack aura. My last team to not make it. Oh, let's see. Like you see, this is decent. I mean, the team is like way higher in points than my team, and this is the teams that I fight with Guild Arena. The last team, and now I'm sure that they're going to lose. Oh, again, first I want her space. Did I? Oh, sorry. Panda. Panda because of the basic attack that removes if there is any counter attack. There's none in the team. My yeah. And the last one where let's see. The only thing is my space needs to be faster than her space. Normally I will not use this composition against each other. What I will use is, in this case, the team I used before, like snipe the turn meter of enemy space and basically lock them out and slowly grind them down, or even use the cleave team from with Margarita, because this space cannot, at this level, cannot outspeed and my popper and my Cindo, and even if she can give turn meter of 20% to all the other opponents, and they cannot outspeed my popper and my Cindo, even with 20% turn meter increase, because popper gets 30, Cindo gets 24, and they need really fast. They will not do that. So I can use both these. This is basically the worst team to put against this team, because I don't know how fast this space is. I will still try it. Okay. This is actually not that bad. Yeah, it is. So let's see. The space is first. Now my space is defense. This is not good. It's actually not that bad. Only thing is, I hope. No, I think that I have a problem here. Unless he targets space. Let's put up defense. Yeah, okay, lost one. Like I said, this is not good. And you can see, I just can give up now, because this is not winnable anymore. I will attack this one with my other teams just as a team up. This case, like you can already see that this space would be faster. Is there any other team which is? No. Let's do this one. Yeah. If he would have, yeah, I would have wanted to use a freeze. Is there any that can freeze? No. Let's see if I do this. Oh, then I lose the. No. There's no freezing. just use this one. Turn meter increase. Basic attack. Just to fill up and wait for my cleave. And my second turn. I only lose that fast space. Oh, now this one. No, this is not a Nazil exclusive one, so he will not do the automatic freeze. No. And now I lose the good opponent with the fast space to show you. Okay, maybe I will, if the team comes up later tonight, I will just make a little video about that specific fight with the other composition, if it comes up. So far, my 3 teams, my thoughts about it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, put them in a comment, like I said. I mean the community, can discuss about it. If you have any tips or tricks for me about the video or about my actual team, put it down in the comment as well, because I also want to learn from this. It's not like, hey, this is me and I want to teach you all how it's the best way to do Arena. There's way better players than me on YouTube. It's just to start the discussion. So if you have any advice, also it's really welcome. Thank you all for watching, and if you guys like, I will make more of these in this kind of way or any other way. Okay, thank you. See you around.